Hey, hello, and good morning, everybody. It's Sporty King, and welcome to Gift Friday. Gift Friday. I created it because so often we hear people say TGIF, thank God it's Friday. But I say to you, what allure does Friday have to the person that took their last breath on Thursday or any day before that for that matter? So I say TG. I talk about what I learned from Psalm 92 and 2, and that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. In other words, TGIT, thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Because the gift to be able to wake up, go through a whole day, the promise and the challenge to be able to go to sleep and do it again tomorrow, that's something to be thankful for. So, but think about it. When we move the T in TGIF from the N to the beginning, we get GIFT. And that's what we should really be thankful for. And that is God is for today. So Friday is my online sharing of one of my original poems that I use and its possible uses to inspire audiences online or in person. Each poem will then be my gift to you, which I'll drop in the chat box and in the thread before and after I do it. And then here you hear me read it, and then I'll share this week's gift with you. Then you can click on the link and download your keepsake colorful copy. Now, this week's poem is ideal for reminding you to say an extra blessing towards supporting our educators and how they've had to adjust and get up to speed with virtual teaching. Now, my bet is that some of you are glad to leave it up. Some of the educators are glad to leave it up to you to give the conduct marks on the report cards today. But the title of this poem is Saved by the Bell. And it's from my book, I Found Out I'm Living. And what I'll do first is recognize I dedicated this poem through a group of teachers years ago who hear about it, who you'll hear about as I read an adapted introduction that's in the book. In the book, I related to the poem before it, but for this reading, I'm going to read it. I've adapted it just slightly because that's what you usually get in my books, are a synopsis of how to use the poem as well as what the poem is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here so that I can drop this in the screen for you. Good. Okay, so anyway, here we go. One day, groups of youngsters, and this is to my educators, one day groups of youngsters will silently thank the educators who played such a key role in their lives, but they won't know where to find them. What a blessing. I was able to find and reconnect with Mrs. Monroe and Mrs. Land, both of them on Facebook. However, I don't know where to find Mr. Rush, Miss Fisherman, or Father Farrell. And by the way, I do say an extra prayer, and that I've heard that Father Farrell is in a nursing home, so he is still alive. Yet, in sharing my gift with those who continue in the education field, I thank my past teachers through my appreciation for those who now share the passion to cultivate young minds. I encourage you to thank a teacher today for the teacher you gave fits and now can appreciate. These next 8 poems are written through the eyes of and finally through today's educators, both teachers and parents. I created the first 5 poems through the use of themes, which I'd give them a theme word and they'd volunteer words for each letter of the theme. I would then enjoy the challenge of using those words to dedicate the poem to them. The themes used were words, peace, and rich. Where you see the improper use of capital letters in the poems, that's when you download it. You'll know that that was one of the words that was volunteered. The poem theme for this poem that I created that I'm saving today is peace. So here is Saved by the Bell. Have you ever really been? Or have you wondered if they thought you were? Sometimes the day can go so fast, whether you did or didn't becomes a blur. Yet rest assured that you can encourage a child today. Yet rest assured that you did encourage a child today. Right now, some parent is praising your name. Your compassion and empathy empowers your class to navigate a path of ambition and fame. Silent appreciation must pump through your veins. Patience repress the urge to scream. An eager child's growth becomes reality because some educator accepted their dream. Powerful four-letter words become 5, then 6, then 7. The gift of caring creates an inner blush. Stay conscious and proud of your effect on every life, for there are times where you're even their first crush. You see, actually, you are for whom the bell tolls. Of course, if you're the music teacher, maybe cover your ears. And the thanks you get today is but a fraction of the subliminal success you reach each year. For extraordinary engineers, countless cops, average athletes, emerging entrepreneurs, and public politicians are busy being their best because you were yours. Always know that the saving grace of the bell is that it rings in peace to open new doors. So I hope you'll rewind and enjoy the poem again. But here's that line I want to point out. And the thanks you get today is but a fraction of the subliminal success you reach each year. Educators, please, let me unshare. Educators, please remember that your job has always been to get your student to the next level, even though you had visions of seeing them go further. My reminder is not to ask you to lower your expectations, but to take some of the stress off of your shoulders so that you can continue to teach with the passion and fun that drew you to the profession. Remember, get the 5th graders to 6th grade, not to college. Next year, you'll get another group of 5th graders, and you'll be a year older and wiser, while they'll still only be old enough to be in the 5th grade. Parents, thank you for your appreciation of educators. Please continue to support them, and remember, they might be parents too. Yet, know that they're compassionate human beings who deserve your respect and compassion. And finally, everybody, have a safe weekend, a safe and savvy weekend, and know that peace equals PLACE, placing eternity above chaos and evil. Pray, get out of the way, and get your next testimony. And here's that closing line in the poem. Always know that the saving grace of the bell is that it rings in peace to open new doors. Thank you. God bless you. You can always find my information on sportyking.com, but here's the poem in the thread for you so that you can go in and get your gift. And I'll have to find a way to, because it's fighting me. Oh, nope, it's not going to fight me. I'm going to be able to post it in my other one. Boom. And okay. I'll post it after I send this through. But thank you. God bless you. And remember, Gift Friday. Thank you, GM Stones. Great teaching. I appreciate you too. God bless you. Over and out. Ciao.